Hi YouTubers, it is I, Hellgear. Welcome back for some more Splatoon 2 discussions. Now, as a reminder to everyone, these little reports for Splatoon 2 are found on the Squid Research Lab channel for your Switch. Many of them are just now finding out about. Well, many of them, being Splatoon 2 players, are finding out about these articles. So, follow the channel, check out these articles, and read them. Then launch your Splatoon 2 game through the article, and you'll get the sweet ability chunk gifts that are given at the end of each one. So, as always, I will read off these articles, and please jump in on the discussion. This time around we have Special Charge Up and Thermal Ink. Thermal Ink is one of the newest perks for the game. It is exclusive to shirts, just like Ninja Squid. Special Charge Up we've had since the beginning. That fills up your special gauge, as you guys know. And I love this nice little shot of old boy coming down from the splashdown. Hello Inklings and Octlings, welcome to a series of articles that are all about gear abilities. Not only will you learn helpful info, but we'll also give out free in-game gifts with each. This time around, we'll give you tips on Special Charge Up and Thermal Ink. Now, a lot of people, when you think of Thermal Ink, essentially when you hit your opponents with ink and they go through walls, you can see their silhouettes. You know, originally this is something that is done from the Stingray. When you fire the Stingray, you know, thermals kick in. Special Charge Up ability increases the special gauge fill rate by up to 1 1/3 times, meaning you can deploy your special attack more frequently. This ability is recommended for those who focus on utilizing specials. If you pair this with the Special Saver ability, you can save some of your gauge even after being splatted, which is why it is a perfect combo. Please be aware that Special Charge Up ability is not applied in ranked battles that automatically increase stats for teams at a disadvantage, or when using Tenacity. So, that was a big issue on the first Splatoon, trying to combine Special Charge Up with Tenacity, because when you're behind, as they said with Tenacity, if you're behind, your gauge just increases. So they're saying that buff does not exist now. Good to know. I have that gear. I have that gear. That's a really cool snow mask too. And I think that's the first Blob Lobber, not the Deco, because the Deco's got the gold trim around it. Thermal Ink is an ability exclusive to clothing. Oh, I read that wrong. Let's try that again. Thermal Ink, an ability exclusive to clothing, allows you to track distance players hit with shots from your main weapon for 16 seconds. You must land a direct hit to track your opponent, which means the ability will be ineffective if you only hit them with ink from a blaster or explosive type weapons. I want to disagree with the explosive. Well, okay, the explosive it doesn't work with, and blaster it doesn't work with. I get it with the blaster, because usually a direct hit from a blaster is a death. Except for the rapid blasters. Those you need a couple direct hits. But explosive, you need kind of 2 shots. I'm still trying to work the explosive out. Unaware that they're being tracked, your opponent's silhouette will be visible even when they're taking cover. So use this to your advantage. However, if your target is swimming in ink or too close to you, their silhouette will not be visible. And of course, they're going to give us 20 Special Charge Up chunks. So, let's talk about how this works. Your enemy silhouette, as I said before, shows up a couple of instances. One, when you fire the Stingray. You'll actually see them. 2, as you said, you got to hit them with your weapons, except blasters and explosives. I guess regular sloshers are fine, like the Blob Lobber itself, because you can survive a couple of direct hits from a Blob Lobber, just not too many. And if your opponent is swimming, you don't get to see the silhouette. That kind of makes sense. Another ability that shows thermal locations is how they've done the Haunt ability. And they'll probably talk about Haunt a little later. But Thermal Ink is really good for hunting down opponents, you know. In a sense, it's like a low-rent echolocator. And to those of you who are new to Splatoon 2, echolocator was one of the special attacks from the first Splatoon, where when you used it, it identified all opposing party members. Echolocator essentially now is what is used when A, you're hit with the point sensor. No, not the point sensor, that's the tack insert. What's the one sub where you throw the little box and it blows up? That one, which reveals your location. And B, ink mines. So those are the 2 that'll reveal you echolocator style. I guess the most important thing is, you know, while they're exposed, you want to get to them quickly. Now, what this doesn't say is that Special Defense Up DX can shorten this time. Remember, Special Defense Up DX takes Bomb Defense and the retired Cold-Blooded ability, which this particular ability shortens identifying time, like with the echolocator thing. So if you're hitting someone with Bomb Defense DX, Thermal Ink's time is shortened, so keep that in mind. You know, there's not really much to say about Special Charge Up. One good player strat, or like mini tech that they do, is they like to use the primary weapons that don't take as much time to fill up the special gauge. You know, like the early weapons, they don't take as much, like 180, 190. So they would fire this off. Special Charge Up is also good when using arrow sprays. And I say that because the arrow sprays are the fastest firing weapons in the game. All 3 of them. So combining Special Charge Up while using either of your arrow sprays is really good. Especially if you're using the gold one. Yeah, Aerospray RG, because that's the one that gives you the baller, I believe. Yeah, because MG is Curling Rush. That's my favorite, the meta one. Anyway, that's all this is going to say. Share your opinions of this in the comment section below. And thank you for jumping in on this discussion. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.